News tonight, only on CBS News Colorado, an extraordinary turn of events in a high-profile murder case.
Jurors are now accusing police and prosecutors in Arapahoe County of misconduct, and those jurors are taking their concerns to the governor. Now, this involves the case of Andrew Graham, a 23-year-old college student who was murdered back in 2009. He was walking home from a light rail station in Centennial. Some of the jurors in the trial of the man acquitted in Graham's murder are speaking exclusively with our investigator, Brian Moss.
And Brian, jurors generally like to remain anonymous. Why did they decide to talk to you this time?
They are usually pretty low profile, especially in a case like this, and they say they know going public like this is a risky thing to do. But they're so concerned with what they saw and heard in the courtroom, they felt this interview was the right thing to do. They say they feel betrayed by a justice system they believed in. 14 years after Andrew Graham was killed, an Arapahoe County jury found the accused killer not guilty. Terrell Jones walked out of the courthouse a free man. The jury foreperson was Stephanie Swenson, a high school teacher and mother. How much did you know about the Graham murder case?
Nothing.
Had you ever heard of it before?
No.
She had never been on a jury before.
Entrepreneur, business owner.
Kwame Warner is a father, a small business owner, and was an alternate, hearing all the evidence, but not allowed to deliberate.
If it wasn't for the fact that this is such a travesty, it would almost be comical.
All of us were so committed and we tried so hard.
Another alternate, Julie Lyons, a nurse and grandmother.
And the way that the case was presented was so disheartening.
3 jurors who say what they saw in the courtroom in Jones' 2-month murder trial has shaken their faith in police, prosecutors, and the justice system.
I walked away feeling so angry and frustrated by what I had witnessed that I felt compelled to have to do something about it because I couldn't find peace anymore after knowing what I had seen.
In November of 2009, Graham caught the light rail from Union Station, headed to his family home in Centennial. He never made it. Prosecutors theorized the 5 suspects were watching Andrew Graham here at Union Station and broke up into 2 groups. One group getting on the light rail and following Graham 16 stops to the Park Meadows Mall. The others getting into a stolen SUV and driving southbound on I-25. Prosecutors then suggested that after getting off the light rail, Terrell Jones, Clarissa Lockhart, Alan Ford, Kendall Austin, and Joseph Martin regrouped and followed Graham. Then Jones shot him in a racially motivated robbery. But the jurors who spoke with us doubted that theory right away.
And you're going to corroborate over a cell phone on I-25 and the light rail like Mission Impossible 10, and then get off at Park Meadows, wait for him to exit the train, then come together, have a huddle on how this thing is gonna go down, and you're gonna, like Stephanie said, follow him a mile, shoot him, then disperse, meet back up. I mean, come on, man.
There was no physical evidence connecting the suspects to Andrew Graham. No witnesses, no fingerprints, no murder weapon, no DNA, no video of them on the light rail. But police and prosecutors had one thing.
You got to tell us about that night, man. You got to tell us the truth. You got to do the right thing. You believe me? We're in this together.
Police had interrogated most of the suspects over the years, and several confessed to being present for Graham's murder.
Were you there when he was shot?
Yes.
Bruce told me how it all went down and everything.
But they also recanted those confessions.
Sir, I don't know nothing about this. I was not there.
Then confessed again. These jurors gave little credibility to anything the suspects admitted to. The heart of the prosecution case.
If you were there, I believe that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you can't say that if I was there. You either were or you weren't.
I was there.
I want to send the guy to prison that pulled that trigger. I don't give a shit about anybody else. I don't want to send you to prison for the rest of your life, but I can because that book says I can. Right. Because you were there and you saw that boy murdered.
It felt like someone was trying to get information out of defenseless children and they didn't know what else to do but confess.
It became clear that in those interrogations, for each one of them, they felt like they didn't have a choice in how they were going to respond. There was a right answer, and they had to give that right answer, or else they would never have their freedom again.
So you think all these confessions that were videotaped were coerced?
The constant use of intimidation against teenagers without an adult to represent them in the room That felt like, in all honesty, child abuse.
The jurors say while police lied to the suspects in these interrogations, they know that is not illegal. But the jurors also concluded investigators were also feeding the suspects information that would then get regurgitated in confessions. 3 of the suspects took plea bargains in exchange for testifying against the accused shooter, Terrell Jones.
Many of us in the jury were thinking, I would have done the same. If I had no other option, I don't know what else I would have done.
Why were we even here? I mean, it just seemed like this case should have never had went to trial at all.
They say while there were serious doubts about the case against Jones, jurors were still anticipating a prosecution bombshell. And it came in the prosecutor's closing argument as he showed jurors this video of a white SUV leaving the Park Meadows Mall. The suggestion, this was the SUV the 5 suspects were in that night, and they were headed home after killing Andrew Graham.
It took my breath away, and I thought, oh, there's the car.
Or was it? The jurors then reviewed other surveillance video from the Park Meadows Mall from that night, tracing where this SUV came from. They say other cameras showed no video of the suspects getting into the white SUV. There was no clear shot of the license plate. They concluded it was not used by the Graham suspects and had no connection to the case.
Their last shred of faith in the justice system had just been pulled out from underneath them, and they felt convinced that this was an intentional act of manipulation of the jury.
The jury deliberated 2 days and acquitted Terrell Jones.
Well, the jury made a very, very bad miscalculation when they found him not guilty, because he is indeed guilty.
Andrew Graham's mother says the jurors reached a verdict without hearing all the evidence, as much was not allowed, like previous robbery incidents involving some of the suspects and Terrell Jones' criminal record. But to her, it's their public condemnation of police prosecutors and the justice system that is, in her words, appalling.
I just find it egregious, you know, that they would put my family through this again. It's like they don't care that there was a victim, and they're trying to erase him. I think that this is just a horrible thing that they're doing, and what they're doing to me and to my son's memory.
My heart breaks for her. I can only imagine what that would feel like.
We can't hold other people responsible for a crime they didn't commit when there's no evidence pointing to them. I hope for her that there is a resolution someday.
The police finding the actual people that took her son's life, because they deserve to be brought to justice, and she deserves to have closure.
The Graham jurors have drafted this letter to Governor Polis, calling the investigation and trial unethical, lawless, and terrifying, asking Polis to review the case and seek judicial reform.
It's crazy. Our system is broken, and we have to shake out of this conformist mindset and stand on some level of morality and do the right thing.
By speaking out, we're hoping to see a response and change happen.
Now, a total of 6 jurors have signed that letter to the governor, and they've also contacted the Corey Wise Innocence Project, which is now looking into this case. These jurors say they believe Terrell Jones and the other 4 were not even present at Andrew Graham's murder, and that the real killer is still on the loose. The Arapahoe County District Attorney declined an on-camera interview, but said in part, Terrell Jones and the other suspects received due process, and not every case works out the way we think it might. We respect the jury's ultimate verdicts in this case and appreciate their service. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office said it stands behind the tireless efforts of its investigators in this case. We'll put more of the sheriff's and the DA's statements on our website, CBS Denver, CBSNewsColorado.com.
Brian, what do you think will happen next?
Well, I've covered this case for a long time, and in 2019, prosecutors dropped charges against Kendall Austin, one of the suspects in this case. He had spent nearly 3 years in jail. So he's one of five suspects who spent time or are still in jail for this case. He is now suing Arapahoe County. And Terrell Jones has now filed legal documents indicating he, too, is intending to sue over his prosecution. So there's still more ahead in this case that dates back to 2009.
Yeah, sure is. All right, Brian, thank you.